Treat me like a star, yeah.
Shoutout guys. Lalaro ulit tayo. Clippers sa ano? Clippers then versus Nuggets. Saan yung Clippers? Okay. So I'm going to use Clippers guys.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thanks for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including everyone's favorite segment in 2K TV, Top Plays.
That's right, Top Plays, your best plays are coming to NBA 2K21. And in fact, when you're playing the demo, make sure to submit your best plays over social media using hashtag 2KTVWow, and we can see your best stuff in Season 7.
Enjoy the demo, and we will see you then.
Watch the real game guys. Tomorrow 1 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. so 9 a.m. yan Pinas time.
Pacers, Clippers, the 2K Sports Pregame Show. Tonight we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. For Indiana, more than...
Let's go.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on Payday.
When the Pacers traded away Paul George, many around the league...
A lot of optimism. Thanks, DA. And Bill, talking about the Pacers and the history of this franchise, what are some of your favorite eras of Indiana Pacer basketball? And maybe it goes back to the ABA days.
Yeah, they didn't have the ABA in Boston. I never saw any of those games.
Yeah.
I just saw them through the little books in the magazines, but it was like this alternate league happening. I didn't know if it was real or not. They came really close in the mid-90s, and there was a great lost Indiana-Orlando series that went 7 and was really entertaining. Orlando up winning. That one was good. I thought in 98 they took the Bulls and Jordan to the brink. And that was the closest I thought the Bulls came to losing a series out of any of those 6 title years.
Uy,
So
injury
that
agad.
would be the 2 highlights. The 2000 finals, they were a little closer to beating the Lakers than I think people realize.
It's a
Thank you guys, thank you for watching.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Uy, huli.
Here are the five
Clippers
for
ball.
the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick.
Panoorin niyo bukas guys sa alas 9 ng umaga ang totoong laban nila sa series between Clippers and Indiana Nuggets. Alas 9 Pinas time dito sa Kuwait 4 a.m. Uy. Oladipo.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Whoa!
They were able to come
Woo!
because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
I think sometimes
Hold
the
up.
bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
They throw good. Paul George.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
And the deal keeping the Pacers in Indianapolis for 25 more years, almost $300 million in public subsidies billed to renovate and expand the arena and the area around the arena.
So the public paid for this?
Some of it, a lot of it, but maybe not all.
If the arena was such a good deal, why doesn't the rich guy pay for it?
I think the Pacers are at least kicking
Hey!
$65 million.
Oh, thank you.
Alley-oop sana.
That's so nice of them.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Knocked away.
Huli. Huli ah.
Oladipo outside. Shot clock at 6. Again against Beverly. On the arc. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
And George gets it to go.
Galing yun ah.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things
Ole,
they're
oh.
doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them. It's all
Ah.
about defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores
Di
it.
pa gumaganap si ano dyan.
Leonard with the ball.
Si Leonard. Ito na.
Comes up. And then Leonard with the top.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Now, here's Brogdon. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Holiday, the pass to Brogdon.
Huli na naman ah.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
They still stay competitive,
Build
so
a
they get
nucleus.
the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest thing to do that.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
For Los Angeles, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Hello. Beverly. Ay, sablay.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. The Clippers also making some changes. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Paul George. He doesn't get the second one. You know, Bill, Indiana's a huge basketball state. Lots of love for the high school game, certainly the college game. But
Huli.
the Pacers has been a little inconsistent at times.
Yeah, I blame the Pacers because they should never have less than 3 players from Indiana University on the team at all times. Indiana people really love people who went to high school or college in Indiana. And I think that's one of the reasons they respond to Oladipo that they have. Not only is he great, but he's actually an IU guy. I would always have at least 4. They should have all the Zellers. Anybody who's played
All
in
3
Indiana.
of those sellers, then maybe the dad can go back and play
Yeah,
too.
Yogi Ferrell,
Yes.
all those dudes. They should all be on the Pacers.
Beverly looking around. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. And that one is off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what, Greg? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. Makes it 5 from 18. And the Clippers miss again. Pacers trail by 7. On the wing, Holiday. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Clippers on 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
Uy, Jackson, oh. Galing, oh.
Outside Jackson. To end the drive.
Wow.
And he lays it up and in.
Really, it's been an
Iwan.
aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Uy,
And
nalibre din.
McConnell gets it to go.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on
Oy.
the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
Yan, shoutout sa 2 million viewers.
And so he
Yan guys, panoorin nyo yung totoong laban bukas. 9 AM Pinas time.
uses the glass to finish
Sa
the
series ng Lakers, LA Clippers saka Indiana Nuggets. Baka magpustahan kayo.
Here's Sumner. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. It's the NBA on 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Okay,
Guys, I love
Jackson.
their defense in that first period. They were in position and
Morris
just
Jr.,
challenging shots.
senior pala to.
Well, I think they
Ay!
combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Here's the slide the Clippers have to start the second. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green, and it's Morris in at the portion. Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the word landing space and all that stuff. Like,
What would you call it?
Huli, Williams.
We have all these phrases.
Williams, mahusay din to si Williams. Veterans move. Nice! Ay!
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
Binali-bali pa. Mismatch. Latin na.
Guy travels, but they say it's not. It's like he's gathering the ball.
Jackson.
That's ain't that. Never said gathering
Oy.
the ball in my life until 2 years ago.
Magic ka pa ha. Huli ka.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 1 point
Nice
from
na
the
lang.
basket from Sampson.
1 point na lang.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
On the wing, Green. He had 13 points in the win against
Ay,
the
sayang.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Here's
Huli
Sumner.
ka.
And there are the Pacers with another bucket. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like the next thing to do is just do. Can you help other people get to where they should go?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just
Oh,
to run a sports car and let people
astig.
That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good
Huli.
team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself.
Huli. Huli ka.
Increase the scale of what you do.
Huli
I
ka.
think that even works for
Uy,
organization,
daya.
You know, it's not like one person running everything. I I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And Indiana making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Holiday against George. Launches a three. It's
Angas na release na yun, ah.
10 points. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, now, at this point in my life, Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yes. Well, what a great stroke. I mean,
I emulate all stretch
Sayang.
forwards regarding anybody.
Sayang. Huli.
Run from 3-point.
Uy, huli na yun, ah.
you stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. But don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Oh,
You are. You do
grabe
a great
step,
screen set.
step back yun, ah.
You're a great pick and roll guy. 5 to shoot. That doesn't go either for George.
I mean, I like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Clogged in the pass to Warren, and the shot goes in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 running off assists.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet.
Mhm.
We don't know what planet
He is
was.
otherworldly.
Was it Earth?
Huli.
I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? Don't you? I love the
I
fact
do.
you got
Napais ko
players
si ano, ah,
from
Beverly, ah.
Greece.
Mahusay ito si Beverly, ah.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like he's close to James Harden, but he's also
Defense, ah.
that step back three.
Oh.
He's been making it his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it, you know. And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for really the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Indiana.
Huli ka. Huli ka. Beverly. Nice.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. McConnell scanning the floor.
Huli.
Oladipo against Leonard. Oladipo dishes to Turner.
Huli ka na.
Shot clock at 5.
Huli ka.
It's good.
Uy.
The Clipper lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Oladipo.
That makes it 10 of
Oi.
their last
Oi.
12 coming from inside the paint.
And always as enlightening as you're going to find. Bill, thank
Ah,
you so much for your
kainis.
insights.
Hindi pala ganun din. Dapat dalawang ano.
I don't want to leave. Why do I have to go? Can I just stay here for the
I'm
rest
reading
of the
this
game?
note, and the note says,
No, I don't
thank
want to
Bill.
go. I'm not leaving.
Hope he comes
No,
back.
I'm staying.
Okay. The doors to read most reporters, they try
Ayan.
to stay impartial. But not Bill Simmons.
I think that's what makes him special,
Uy.
right? He has his
Basang-basa
own
pala.
lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you
Huli ka.
And the rejection by Leonard.
Bawi din.
Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Outside, George.
Counted.
Call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Jakar Sampson. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for Patrick Beverly.
And that's another area where he is
Ule.
just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw.
Uli.
Paul
Uli
George
na.
with the steal.
Showtime.
George heading to the
Ooh.
Now you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
Hindi ko pa makuha ang 360 dito eh. Paano mag 360? 360 lang.
Edward Williams goes back up.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so...
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports
Let's
Halftime
go.
Show. Hey everybody, welcome. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Holiday in at the
Soon
2
back.
spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Oh.
George.
Pasok pa yun ah.
He's always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. Certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. JJ,
Huli ka.
he is impossible to guard because he's one
Yun na, no?
constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Tumitira ba ng tres to? Oo nga, tumitira pala ng tres
He's still
to.
scoreless so far in this one. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot from past the arc. It's hauled in by Warren. Pacers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ah!
And Oladipo kicks to Warren. Brogdon outside. For 3.
Oy.
Three-point range.
Grabe naman.
Brogdon's got 7.
Well, this is one
Nasok
aspect
pa
we
yan.
want to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer, pretty dime there.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
Here's Beverly. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And
Foul ah, foul.
foul.
Third quarter now.
Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the
Ooh.
year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement.
Ay, libre oh.
Nowhere around him. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Morris.
Foul.
A
Uy,
chance to extend the lead to
ilang
double
foul?
digits.
Ako pa na foul.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Out in the pass to Warren. Fouled.
Oy.
And shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
you can see that T.J. Warren has no problem playing through contact or around multiple bodies. How about the power?
You can talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the
Nice
first
one.
names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
A shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their next game
Ay, libre.
is the Nets coming to town. That's the first game of
Hindi
the
pa
string of
na-dunk ko.
three straight
Jump
at
shot
home.
pa.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Inside Holiday. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Ay, showtime sana, oh.
It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers.
Huli ka.
And Edmund Sumner's subbed in to Aaron Holiday.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moore. Late in the season, let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second best record in the conference.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding
Uy,
high.
clean shot yun ah. Third quarter, 2 minutes.
On the basket from Sampson. And Doris with George and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot
Uy,
more
jump
and
ball.
more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
And so it's Indiana with it. For Indiana, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% for the field. Here's Jackson.
Ooh, easy shot by Jackson. Guys, panoorin nyo yung totoong laban bukas. 9 a.m. Pinas time, 4 a.m. Kuwait time. Taiwan sila, tayo game 3 bukas. Oy, sayang.
So committed to scoring near the cup.
Para sila 1 tabla series nila. Game 3 bukas.
Outside, George.
Nice move.
Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Well, they're calling his number.
Maganda kaya yung sapatos si Paul George.
So the Pacers called timeout.
Nakita ko parang naman.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty of Greg to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal
Iwan na naman ako.
I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
40-45. Kasi Williams, magaling din to eh. Counted ah. Alam ko may foul pa.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Huli ka.
It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Morris dishes to George. Doesn't go that
Pinilit.
So Indiana will take it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers.
Sa'yo na yan.
That'll be just one
Ah,
play to win.
talaga sa kanya nga.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers
Sa mga kay George.
continue to flow.
Easy shot by George.
Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Now McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Huli pala.
Pass to Bitadze. Misses the baby hook.
And that is a textbook example.
Ooh, kala ko pasok na naman eh.
Oh boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
And so it's Los Angeles.
Yan, last quarter.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Now, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick
Apat na lang.
Then it's Williams. And it's Shamet in at the small forward spot. Williams passes to Beverly.
Oh, naisahan sila ni Beverly, oh.
Just no resistance
Beverly.
on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 6-point game. Feeds it to McDermott.
Huli ka. Uy, counted.
That's
Mismatch.
Williams.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for T.J. McConnell. The free throw drops from McDermott.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals
Kickball.
trip back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
Right side Leonard. Three-pointer. The Pacers pull it in. Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it
Grabe ah.
down.
Isa na lang, 1 point.
From the back
Fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Inside, here's McDermott to take the lead, and it's good on the way. McDermott's got
Lamang na sila.
1 now for the Pacers.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Lamang-lamang kayo, ah. Ooh.
Kawhi Leonard.
Lalamang-lamang kayo, ah.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
The pass to Beverly. Launches it. The Pacers pull it in. Bitadze's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes it to
Ayaw
McDermott.
ng catch and shoot.
Back to Holiday. At the top of the key, McDermott. Kicks to Holiday. 5 on the clock.
Huli.
Second shot opportunity. Has to be Bitadze.
Huli ka.
It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers in the lead. Loads it up for Williams.
La. Oh, alley-oop si Williams,
It's a
ah.
play I'm sure they love
No
to run.
Williams.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And the Pacers call time here. Greg, I'm just so impressed.
Lamang ako ng
with the
tatlo.
finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces. He can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet, and Georgia subbed in for Lou Williams. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team.
Nice.
He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint, He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us.
Ole.
Outside Leonard and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers.
Nice.
And the shot goes down. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so
Ole.
far here in the fourth.
Showtime.
Steal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you can't lose control of the ball
Showtime.
like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know, I guess the only good thing about it is it didn't turn into a fast break the other way. Dead ball.
Huli naman.
Leonard with the steal.
Showtime again.
Leonard with the slam.
Good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Right side Warren. He kicks it to Holiday. Indiana moving it around.
Oy.
And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Pacers
Such an
ball.
honor to be on this with you. And you
Violation
were the
pala
first
ako
female
dun.
to become a full-time NBA
The score is
analyst. Breaking
63-53.
new
So lamang ako, guys.
So much in your life,
Clippers ang gamit
professionally.
ko.
What would you tell
Panoorin niyo yung laban
young
bukas.
women who are graduating college,
4 a.m.
looking
Kuwait
to
time.
get ahead in
Nanonood
their
tayo.
career and what you chose?
First and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered
Oh.
this business.
Woo!
Kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work.
Salamat
I've seen you
Ate
prepare.
Bachingcheng.
No one prepares more. No one works
Patapos na ako, Ate Bachingcheng. 1 minute na lang. Huli.
Oladipo against Leonard.
Huli ka!
Action by Zubac.
Oh!
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Six on the shot clock. Here's Warren.
Uy, counted pa, oh.
He's got a free throw coming up as well. Free throw off from Warren.
It seems to me, guys, that T.J. Warren every year adds one more
Yun,
dimension
Nard.
to his game.
Counted din!
This guy can play on the offensive end.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
This is a game where
Huli.
defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created
One game lang to, te.
them, scoring opportunities.
Yan, salamat sa patamsak mo, te, ha?
Be
Ooh!
a nice victory here tonight.
And
Paul
check
George
out
naman.
this game will become their
Ooh!
In a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought
Oy,
his
sayang.
influence was felt all over the
Hindi ko,
floor.
ha.
And if you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be
Yan, guys, panoorin niyo po yung laban
Morris
bukas.
kicks to Zubac.
Mamaya, madaling araw. Alas 4 dito sa Kuwait.
George against Holiday.
Counted, ha?
George
Oo,
with
galing,
the
oh.
bucket.
Humihingi pa ng
George
foul.
has got 31.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
He hits the second from the line. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. McDermott with the steal. Now Holiday with a clear path to the hoop by himself. And Holiday throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a moment.
Ay!
What a great sequence for this group.
Nanalo ako. Yan natin, Ching, salamat sa pagpapanood.
A comfortable win in what was, I
Kumusta
think,
po kayo dyan, te?
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Sige, te, patapos na.
Send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks very much, Paul.
End ko na po.
Congrats on the win.
Yan guys, Paul George. Abangan nyo po yung game bukas. Mamaya pala, madaling araw. 4 AM dito sa Kuwait, 9 AM sa Pinas. Good luck. Bye. Love you all, guys.
Looked like it all came together tonight.